This car is not from the motor pool.
No, it's not. Sexy though, isn't it?
So where's the office? Back at Division?
You're in the office, baby. Going up.
Training Day is a 2001 crime thriller that would find widespread acclaim and box office success. Ethan Hawke stars as Los Angeles, California police officer Jake Hoyt, a patrolman with a wife Lisa, played by Charlotte Ayana, and a baby daughter. Hoyt is scheduled to be evaluated throughout the day by highly decorated narcotics detective Alonzo Harris, played by Denzel Washington.
Listen, there's a coffee shop at 7th and Whitman. See you there at 10 o'clock. Be in civvies, comfortable shoes. Got a backup gun? Something pocket size?
No, sir, I don't. I got the department issue Beretta.
Good. Bring it. Cuffs, too. Gonna be in the office all day, but who knows? Maybe we'll do some business. We're an aggressive unit.
I know, sir. That's why I signed up. And, I just want to say thank you for giving me this.
From the get-go, Alonzo comes on very strong, seeming to have a very unorthodox technique for the young patrolman.
Beautiful car comes out a side street, all over the median, in excess. I light it up, hit the whaler. Guy drives on like I'm invisible for 10 blocks before he pulls over. All right, plates run clean, and so I field test and arrest, and Debbie's tossing his car. She calls me over to the vehicle and shows me a snub 38 and 2 shotguns, fully loaded and locked.
Oh, shit.
And I find 500 grams of meth in the dash. Turns out this DUI is on his way to smoke his ex-partner before trial.
Boom.
We prevented a murder.
You got him. It's amazing. It is. That you could be out there with a fine bitch for a year. And the most entertaining story that you can come up with to tell me is a drunk stop. But I don't believe you. You tapped that ass, didn't you? Tell the truth. You know you tapped that ass.
Driving into extremely dangerous gangland of South Central Los Angeles in his black 1979 Monte Carlo, Alonzo shows Jake the drug deals constantly occurring on the streets, but uses unconventional techniques that Jake is unaccustomed to.
All right, when was the last time you did a felony stop?
A couple weeks ago.
Good, you need practice.
They look like college kids.
I'll get an education today. With the Brady Bunch grabbing glass. I'm gonna take the front, you take the back.
Police officers, let's see your hands.
Put your hands up!
Don't look
Put them up! Put them up!
Straight ahead. Don't look at
Driver, right side back. Your hands on the windshield. Put them on the windshield.
Grab the keys and throw them out the window. Grab the keys and throw them out the window. Put your hands on your chest. Put your hands on your chest!
All right, talk it over, smart man. You know what I'm talking about. The marijuana. Give it to me. Give it to me.
Ow!
Give it to me.
Okay.
What else you got? Give me them cigarettes too. Gimme. Hey, control your suspect.
Miss, palms on the glass.
You move those hands, I'll slap the taste out of your mouth. You understand me? I see you down here again. I'm gonna take your vehicle. I'm gonna make you walk home. I'm gonna let the homeboys up the hill run a train on your girlfriend.
After confiscating drugs from a group of buyers, Alonzo tells Jake that a good narcotics officer must get used to trying them.
I can't do that.
Smoke it.
No.
This ain't a test.
No.
Yeah, right. If I was a dealer, you'd be dead by now, motherfucker. You turn shit down on the street, and the chief brings your wife a crisply folded flag. What the fuck is wrong with you?
After getting high off of what turns out was a dose laced with PCP, the two visit the home of a former narcotics police officer turned drug dealer, Roger, played by Scott Glenn.
You already figured the streets out.
Yeah, well, it's all about smiles and cries.
Smiles and cries, I hear you.
Yeah, you gotta control your smiles and cries. Because that's all you have. And nobody can take that away from you.
Think this greenhorn can handle undercover?
You were just like him.
What?
Same silly ass look and everything. Saving the goddamn world.
Yeah. That's some smiles and cries, baby.
Alonzo then takes Jake to visit his El Salvadorian girlfriend Sarah, played by Eva Mendes, with whom Alonzo has a young son.
How you doing?
Fine. Now this is all El Salvadorian food.
Thank you. It looks great.
I have to go.
The two men then head to a fine dining restaurant where Alonzo meets with three high-ranking Los Angeles police officers, played by Tom Berenger, Harris Yulin, and Raymond J. Berry.
Chasing him for 12 months. A real slickster. Gave up nothing. Captain's riding my ass the entire time. Sentencing was today. Guy gets hold of some peanut butter, packs his ass crack with it. What? And he's standing tall before the bench, and he's waiting to give a statement. So he shoves his hand down his pants, comes out with a gob of extra chunky Jif. Bailiffs won't come near him. Licks his fingers clean. Oh, shit. So the judge says, oh, this poor man's insane. He can't go to prison. Orders him to psychiatric.
She fell for it.
The time she found out it was sandwich spread, the order was signed, the guy's been transferred.
After exchanging humorous cop stories, the men confront Alonzo about the fact that he owes $1 million to the Russian mafia after beating one of their members to death in Las Vegas.
Heard you had an expensive weekend in Vegas. How did you ever screw up so bad?
Nothing. It's nothing. Forget it. You know, I didn't know. It's not my town. I'm not omniscient.
The Russians don't care if you have a badge. They'll whack you. You ought to hop a jet out of here.
The training day continues to spiral more and more out of control, as the unorthodox police work soon turns to extreme crimes.
1149-998, shots fired. Officer down, repeat, officer down. 5951 Baxter Street.
Congratulations, son. You're gonna get a Medal of Valor for this.
I didn't shoot him.
A room full of cops said you did.
But I didn't. You did.
A Los Angeles Police Department narcotics officer was killed today, serving a high-risk warrant in Echo Park. Give me the bitch. LAPD spokesperson said the officer is survived by his wife and infant child. Shit gets deeper. You get the picture?
Yeah, I got the picture.
Hey, that is the second time you pointed a gun at me. There will not be a third.
Damn, boy. That's what I'm talking about, Jake.
Can't pull this shit on me, man. I didn't sign up for this.
Listen to me. Put the guns down. That's an order. Put them down.
5 proven decorated officers says that you're the shooter. Okay? The investigators are gonna want to pull a tube of your blood to check for intoxicants. What are they gonna find, Jake? Do the math.
You've been planning this all day?
I've been planning it all week, son.
With Jake reluctant to go along, and Alonzo becoming more unhinged.
Now, what happened?
What happened was murder. And armed robbery.
Take the money.
I mean, I already told you I'm not gonna take that. I'm not gonna take that.
Okay, don't just burn it, barbecue it, fish fry it. I don't give a fuck, but the boys will feel better.
Fuck their feelings.
Jake, you're not making them feel like you're part of the team.
The team? You guys are fucking insane. All right, I'll go back to the valley. I'll cut parking tickets, you know?
David Ayer wrote the first draft in 1995, way before the Rampart scandal made headlines in the Los Angeles Police Department in 1998. As the Rampart corruption scandal made more headlines, the script became more in demand. David Ayer was the only writer to work on the script, such a rarity that it merited a congratulatory call from the chairman of Warner Brothers Pictures. The movie was filmed between January and April of 2001 in Los Angeles, California. The movie had several police officers working on it as technical advisors. Bruce Willis was offered the role of Alonzo. He later worked with the director Antoine Fuqua on the movie Tears of the Sun in 2003. Gary Sinise and Tom Sizemore were also offered the lead role, but passed. To give his character a more authentic aspect, Denzel Washington decided to have the same look as disgraced Los Angeles police officer Rafael Perez, whom the script was sort of based off of. Denzel Washington has frequently said that Detective Alonzo Harris is his favorite character that he's ever played in any film. The line, "King Kong ain't got shit on me," was ad-libbed by Denzel Washington.
I'm the police! I run shit here! You just live here! Yeah, that's right, you better walk away. Go on, walk away, cause I'ma burn this motherfucker down. King Kong ain't got shit on me!
Scott Speedman, Paul Walker, Freddie Prinze Jr., and Ryan Phillippe tested for the role of Jake Hoyt. Tobey Maguire was seriously considered for that role. Maguire even followed undercover narcotics officers in Los Angeles for 2 months and gained some weight for the part. He was dropped when Ethan Hawke, the director's first choice, became available for the shooting schedule. Alonzo's character carries two .45 caliber Smith & Wesson 4506 automatics. When he is firing both his pistols at once, he holds the one in his right hand upright while his left hand is turned sideways. There was a reason for this. Both of the Smith & Wesson pistols he uses have right-handed ejector ports. Holding his left hand sideways causes the spent shells to eject straight down instead of sideways where they might strike his right hand, causing burns. During the scene when Jake plays cards with the Latino gangsters, director Antoine Fuqua gave certain instructions to the actors playing the gangsters without telling Ethan Hawke. This was done to further confuse him and add to the tension of the scene.
What you got, dog? 3 of a kind, 3 jacks.
Let you go.
Didn't give a shit.
Booyah, baby! Woo! Too bad! Too bad!
The word fuck is used 211 times in this movie. The original ending had Alonzo getting away with all his crimes, but Denzel Washington insisted that it be amended so that his character gets his comeuppance. Eva Mendes said in a 2014 interview that it was her idea to be nude in the film. She suggested it to the director during filming and he agreed. She said, "I've never had a problem with nudity, but I don't put it out there unless there's a reason. I'm not an exhibitionist, but honestly, for my art, I'll do almost anything." I do agree, personally, that Eva Mendes' nude scene adds to the artistic realism quality of this picture. When the movie came out, many viewers and critics were skeptical of the scenes where Jake Hoyt smokes marijuana laced with PCP, and Alonzo's explanation of how a cop who didn't take the drugs offered would be killed on the streets. However, the Los Angeles Police Department said that their rules and regulations stated that officers were allowed to use narcotics in very specific undercover situations for the reasons laid out by Denzel Washington's character. Training Day was a highly advertised film, set for a release date on September 21st, 2001. However, when the attacks of September 11th, 2001 took place, this movie was pushed to October 5th, which had been the original release date for the Arnold Schwarzenegger action thriller Collateral Damage. That film was pulled off of the release schedule along with all advertising up to that point and rescheduled by the studio for a later date in February 2002. The soundtrack had a number of hip-hop songs and reached number 3 on the United States Billboard Soundtrack Albums charts. It might have done better had it not been released on September 11th, 2001. Released into theaters on October 5th, 2001, Training Day was a large box office success, grossing $104.9 million worldwide. This film was so acclaimed that Denzel Washington was nominated and won an Academy Award for Best Actor. Denzel Washington became the first black actor to win 2 acting Academy Awards. Ethan Hawke was nominated for an Oscar for Best Actor in a Supporting Role, despite the fact that he actually has more screen time in the film than Denzel Washington. By the 2020s, half of the movies at the Academy Awards most Americans have never heard of. They're foreign films. Back when I was a teenager, a film like Training Day could actually win an Academy Award. It's crazy to think. This movie was heavily hyped. I remember I was in junior high school at the time, and guys in my class were talking about this movie. Oh man, you gotta freaking see Training Day. I saw it in theaters with my uncle. You gotta rent it when it comes out. My dad, I remember him saying, we fucking gotta see Training Day. Fucking Training Day's out on video. Let's rent it. My dad and I rented this movie when it was first released on video in March 2002. It took everyone by storm. It felt like everybody in America saw this movie, which was rare for a crime thriller. I think it just worked. I'm going to do something very, very rare for my movie reviews. I'm going to give this film a 9-star rating. Very rare. It's so highly acclaimed and popular that I think this one feels like 9 stars. I think if you're looking at the first quarter of the 21st century, 2000 to 2025, and you look at great crime thrillers, Training Day will be up there. It's a really highly acclaimed film for what would be just an R-rated cop movie. I highly recommend the 2001 crime thriller Training Day.